Hey guys, I hope you're having a good week. I loved your videos that you sent yesterday of you reading to your animals and your stuffed animals. Those are really cute. So today we're actually going to do fractions in simplest form. Okay, so this is kind of a review that you had last year, but I'm going to show you two different ways that you can do this as well. The first way is going to be my favorite way because it is the least amount of work in my opinion. So, first way we're going to do is we have to find the greatest common factor between these two numbers, okay? So if you remember when we did like the factoring with the rainbow, so we'd have 1, 27, 3, 9. Okay. And then here we would have 1, 36. We'd have 2 and 18. Then we'd have 3. Okay, so we have 3 and 12. There's a lot on this one. And then 4, 9, and 6. Okay, so those are all the factors that we have of that number. So as you can see here, the greatest, so we do have two numbers in common. We have 3 and then we have 9. So 9 though is our greatest common factor. So that is the number that I'm going to choose. Okay, so if I divide on the top 9, same rule goes, whatever you do on the top, you must do on the bottom. Okay, so 27 divided by 9 is 3. Okay, and then we have 36 divided by 9, and you would get 4. All right, so by using the greatest common factor, that helps put this in simplest form. So simplest form means that no number that we choose can break down this number any further. So we can't divide by any other number. So 3 is prime, even though 4 is composite, neither 2 nor 4 would go into 3. So that is in simplest form. So this would be your correct answer. Okay? Now, if you did not find the greatest common factor and you said to yourself, you know what, I know 3 can go into it. That you can also do. However, there's one difference here. So let's say you go, oh, I know 3 can go into it. So again, whatever you do on the top, you must do on the bottom. Okay. So 27 divided by 3 is 9, and 36 divided by 3 is 12. Now here's the problem here, is a lot of people will go, oh, there we go. Now I'm good to go. It's in simplest form. But it's actually not, because there are other factors that these two have in common. So you'd have to be able to recognize that 3 can also go in again to 9 and 12. Okay, so that's the only thing about this one, is you can do it this way, but the reason why I like the greatest common factor so much is because then it breaks it down to you in simplest form. So now we have 3/4, and then now we know that that is our simplest form. Okay? So that is pretty much it. So I'm going to do a couple examples with you. Okay? All right. So let's look at number 1 on page 227. So we have 16 over 32. Okay, so if we have 16, I'm going to make my little parentheses a little bigger, and 32. Okay, I'm gonna do this way just because I think this is the most productive way in getting to what you want your result to be. So we have 1, 16, then we have 2, 8, and then we have 4 and 4. And normally I know in class I would go with you like, does 2 go into this? Does 3 go into this? Does 4 go into this? I still want you to go all the way up to 10. The only reason why I'm not right now is just because I only have a certain amount of time. So make sure you're writing all your factors out. Okay, so we have 2, let's see. So we have 2 and 16. 3 cannot go in. 4 can. 5 cannot. 6 cannot. 7 cannot. 8 can. 9 cannot. And 10 cannot. So we have all of our numbers here. So here's another one where you have several factors in common. Okay, so you have 2, because remember 1 you don't really count because it's the same number is going to go into each one. So you have 2, 4, and 8, and 16. So in this one, this is really great that we found all the factors because now we take our 16, divide by 16 on both the top and the bottom. Okay, so we know 16 divided by 16 is 1. 32 divided by 16 is 2. So our answer is actually 1/2. And here's another thing that I see people do sometimes as well, is when people recognize, oh, they're both even, so I'm just going to keep dividing by 2. Again, that's totally fine, but your problem's going to end up looking just a little different. So 16 divided by 2 would be 8. Okay. And then 32 divided by 2 would be 16. Okay, and then if you just even kept going, oh, I'm going to keep going by 2. Okay, you're just going to keep going on for a very long time. So the goal here is you want to get it down into where you have prime numbers for all of them, okay? So 4 divided by 2. Oop. By 2 would be 4. And then if you divide by 2 again, it would be 1/2. So it's just very time consuming. So the one that I like to choose to do is using the greatest common factor. All right, so let's look at number 2, and I'm on page 227. So I'm going to do a couple examples with you, and then I'm going to let you do some on your own as well. And don't forget to send me a copy because that's how I'm doing your participation grade. All right, so here we have 10 and 14. So for 10, we have 1, 10, 2, and 5. Okay, for 14, we have 1, 14, 2, and 7. So here we have our greatest common factor is 2. So if we divide by 2, we get 5, divide by 2, and we get 7. So in simplest form, our answer would be 5/7. Okay? So, and I'll do one more, and then I'm going to let you do some on your own. So let's see, we'll do number 3. So we have, let's do another color, 33 over 77. Okay, so we have 33. We have 1 and 33. And we have 3 and 11. Whoop. Okay, 77, we have 1, 77. Sorry, my numbers are so off. I've been typing all day. All right, so here, our greatest number would be 11. So whatever you do on the top, you must do on the bottom. So 33 divided by 11 would be 3, and 77 divided by 11 would be 7. So that would be your answer here. So I'm going to leave you guys to do some problems on your own as well. The one thing that I would encourage you to do as well is if you don't understand, please let Mrs. Barron or I know. We can always set up like a little Zoom conference with you to help you out as well. But this chapter is very long, if you haven't noticed, so it has a lot of different parts to it. So we're actually going to continue going on this week, and then we're going to start back up after Easter break too. So if you have any questions, just reach out to me or Mrs. Barron, and I hope you guys have a great day. Miss you. Bye.